For Racing welcomes you to what is this Work Riders Maiden Plate, first of 8 races. It's the 1600 metre. Of course, a reminder about our Twitter, our social media options, WhatsApp, YouTube, For Racing TV. You're able to go and watch wherever pleases you. Okay, let's get into the action. Daryl Marie's with me. We'll start straight up with the first, where number 2 is not running. It appears to be a race between Fani Bronkhorst and Mike de Kock's horses. I thought Fani Bronkhorst has got a couple in here. Market has got him as favourite. Count Your Chances, number 3 on the card. And 7 Hollow Scene is the second choice at 16 to 10. Favourite being 13 to 10. Daryl, those are the two, I guess, to open up our bipod.
They'll swap favouritism of here, Clyde. Hollow Scene will start favourites, race time. He's wearing blinkers for the first time. Now just have a look at the horses he's run behind. Bomb Bomb, Max the Magician, We Are the Logans. Way superior to the favourites form lines. Count Your Chances. She's run, what's this horse's name now? How do you pronounce it? Azuka. No, it's got another pronunciation.
Please stop listening to nonsense. Azuka, finished. Azuka, it's sugar in Portuguese. Azuka means sugar in Portuguese. Don't listen to nonsense. Yes, what else is there?
Okay, so there's no doubt she's improved and she's consistent since being fitted with the blinkers. But I think the Hollow Scene, the Mark de Kock inmate, has got superior form. With those blinkers, I expect him to win, Clyde. He is a 2-year-old. We saw the stable send out a 2-year-old in Spring in Heaven. She beat Moderate Torts quite convincingly. I see the same thing happening over here. I'm a Man comes back in trip. He has to give Hollow Scene 4 kilograms. I don't think he's capable of doing that. So for me, banker number 7 in the opening leg of the bipod.
Okay, that we're doing. Hollow Scene, let's banker. Put it up, please, Mr. Ricardo, who's looking after us at Waiter to Win today. He's pressing the buttons. Banker 7 by 1267, by 67, by banker 6, by 178, by 127 and 10. That's the bipod for Turffontein's play at 96 Rand a time. Peyton's Tears is not running. We're doing this Wednesday morning. The 3 is scratched. Leave you the field of just 6 runners, and this is a handicap over 2,000 metres. From a betting perspective, number 2, Rarotonga Rose, is the favourite at 3 to 1, but they've got it at open race, because joints in there is number 6, Quasi's Lady, at 3 to 1, and you can get 7 to 2 about number 7, Indian Ocean. Will there be much fluctuation in the betting, or is it going to stay what you see is what you get sort of thing?
Fillies in Mess handicap, it's hard to say, Clyde. I think, personally, I would have made number 7, Indian Ocean, a shorter in the market. I watched her replay last time out. She was on the fence. Remember her run at Gravel, Clyde? They distinctly kept her off the fence because she's got such a big stride.
Yeah.
They didn't want to cramp her action. Last time out, unfortunately, Louis tried to get off the fence, but they boxed him in. This horse got done a good couple of times up the straight. You can just put a line through that effort. She never really got into full stride. I think over the testing 2,000 meters on the stand side track, carrying very little weight, I'm very keen to see how she goes, because I believe she's much better than her current rating. Quasi's Lady, now he has a filly that's certainly up to her game since being stepped up to a mile and further. Hard to discount her chances. Her form line isn't great, but she's certainly improving and she's loving the extra distance. Rarotonga Rose, the 1,000 on the inside track was just too quick for her last time. She's better than that. And
she's better
Fortune,
than that, yeah.
Bold Fortune, have a look at this filly. No, she's a mare now. It's rating. Clyde, she was as high as that? 105. She's down to an 88. So you know this filly on her day is more than capable.
Yeah, sure.
It's a tricky race. Indian Ocean, like I say, I think she's better than what she's rated, and she's going to be my first pick.
And Lady Calavera just keeps on surprising, pleasantly surprising, and who knows what Gavin Lorena will do with her. So here's the PA from Daryl's side. He's going, of course, with the stable of Paul Matchett, but 6 and 7 in the first leg, by 6 and 7, by banker 6, by 178, by 710, by 2, 3, 12 and 13, by 4 and 13. So Sicker today, a favourite at 19 to 10 or thereabouts. Number 7 tops the boards. 2 to 1 perhaps you'll get. 1 United We Stand in the pick 6, the second choice at 4 to 1. And number 6, who is Bavarian Beauty, is the third choice. Let's talk, Daryl, about pick 6s now. You've obviously worked it out on your own. Last time you did that, you caught it. So I'm happy to
Yeah.
See that
Let's
maybe you've
hope I
got
get through the
something.
first leg.
Well, let's get through the first leg. What do you think? What should we
I've
do
only
here?
put numbers 6 and 7, Clyde.
Okay.
Sika Didea, fair debut. That form line's not great. A filly that finished behind her, and I think it's the WSB's filly Nero or something like
Yes.
that. She came out and ran third, close up behind Brosnan. So, although that was a weak lineup, this isn't the strongest of fields itself. So, she's got scope for natural improvement. Our concern with her, she's out of a Galileo mare. So, although she goes the extra 160, this still may be on the sharp side for her. Then you got a filly, another Karari filly, number 6, Bavarian Beauty. Now, Clyde, we all know Shane Humby is very soft on his horses. They train till the ages of 6 and 7. They just come on with racing. So it's hard to believe this it's hard to believe this filly was readied up for her debut. She was far from that. She's now changed stables. The Western Cape maiden form is always
Well, it looks
some
strong.
water.
Yeah, it looks strong. Well,
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of winners from that.
Flying
form,
V won from there, and
Yeah.
there was a filly called Beach Bomb. Clyde, now take note. She was only 3 lengths ahead of Bavarian Beauty, and Beach Bomb won by 5 lengths in her next start. So it
Okay.
just shows you these young juveniles are capable of improving
Yeah.
at a rapid rate if they've got ability. So I've gone 6 and 7. There are others to consider if you want to go wider in the likes of United We Stand and Primrose
yeah.
Path, but form lines are suspect.
So you're 6 and 7. So it might be Bavarian Beauty. It may well be that this horse comes on. Tony Peter and Dennis Schwarz will be taking care of this. And let's take a look at what Daryl's pick 6 looks like. He's already indicated just 2 runners, 6 and 7, by Banker 6 in the next leg, by 178, by 12710, by all those horses that are on your screen. 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then at the back, the last 2 legs being the most challenging, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11 and 13 at 17, 28 in total as Daryl spend. Okay, this is a maiden class field over 1160 metres. We know from Daryl's play that he's banked this horse, Dr. Forster's, in his bets. Talk to him about it. Just, would he want the field, the opposition not that strong?
Let's start with the first timers, Clyde. Numbers, what's it, 5? No, that gets the booking of SK, which is quite interesting. The dam was quite speedy. She won 2 races, 1,000 and 1,300. Then number 8, no comments either. So there's no comments for both of the Aussie first timers. Watch the betting. I think the betting is the best guide. Number 9, Tail of the Comet. Sean Terry says may need the experience. Dam was also very speedy. Of the race runners, Dr. Faustus, in my mind, brings the strongest form into this race by quite some distance, Clyde.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Winter Games, in his next start, ran a very creditable second behind Gimme Another Chance, that Mark de Kock juvenile, in the, what was it, the Gatecrasher.
Yeah.
On debut, it says 0 from 7, but there's several indirect winners from that form line. So I think he's certainly the horse to beat. He is a 2-year-old and he gets what is it, 3 kilograms from his stable companion, who Viva de Janeiro himself was very disappointing last time out. I expected much more from him. What's on his side is he's drawn towards the outside. But on form lines, I'm favouring Dr. Faustus.
Okay.
Then, Moolah Man, number 7. Fair debut, that was around the bend. Very green around the bend. Now up the straight. I don't know if it's on the sharp side for him, but he's going to show marked improvement. So I'm actually going to go number 6 from 7.
Yeah. Well, Gavin Lorena rode Muleman last time, eh?
Yeah.
So he's now on Dr. Forster. So, okay, well, let's see. Here's our jackpots. This is the plan. We are, we're bankering 6 from the pick 6 already by 178, by 12710, by 123, 611, 12, 13, 14. It's a 96 Rand jackpot that Daryl's worked out for us here at the Big T. My soulmate is at 18-10 to win race number 5. Just a reminder about our social media. Just we are on Twitter at Waited to Win is our handle. We also got WhatsApp. We got YouTube, for Racing TV. There's multiple opportunities for you to go and watch at your convenience when the show is obviously out. We're doing this on Wednesday. We recorded Wednesday, and hopefully becomes available to you from around Wednesday evening onwards. Okay, so number 7, My Soulmate, favourite 18 to 10. Second choice, the one Call to Glory, 22 to 10. 2 Inevitable is 9 to 2. Number 8, Silver, I'm trading at 6 to 1. And it's 12 to 1 and bet to the others. Those are the top 4 quoted. Is it there? Those top 4?
I narrowed down to 3 runners, numbers 1, 7, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting race, Clyde. Number 7, My Soulmate. Now, there's no doubt the stable's turned in a big way. Now, she put in 2 decent runs when the stable was fairly quiet. They've now turned. And, you know, when stables are on song, you need to follow them.
Sure.
Last time out, she was closing in the latter stages over this very same course in distance. The worry, the first, the second, and the fourth horses all ran unplaced in the next start. She has a filly that's lightly raced and has got a lot of potential to improve. So I respect her. Number 1, Call to Glory. Very, very disappointing. Last time out when she raided KZN, we expected her all to win on that occasion. But, Clyde, she's by Kingman out of a Smart Call. Now, Smart Call those years won the J&B Met over 2,000 meters. She's been put away for 2 months. I think she could have benefited from the time off. I don't believe we've seen the best of her yet to date. So I like the look of her chances now that she's been stepped up to a mile. And then the Mark de Kock filly, number 8, Silver Hunt. Very fair debut, but that was of the sprinting trip. Now she goes a mile. Have a look at her dam. By Silvano. Her dam won over 1,800. She's going to love the step up in trip, and she could be anything now that she goes a mile then further. Watch her in time to come. So, you know, juveniles, 2 juveniles against the 3-year-old in Call to Glory. I'm going to find this race very fascinating. So I've just played the safe route.
See how she goes. Well, that form line for Mark de Kock's filly is unreal. I mean, everything's won, hasn't it? Dolcezza won, Kingdom of Gold won, Ivy League won, and whatever runs won just about. So very strong. Well, good. We're waiting for that to run. So that's a very strong form line, Silver Hunt. May well be the horse to beat. Let's have a look at our next jackpot option. Daryl going 178 by 12710 by horses 1, 2, 3, 6, 11, 12, 13 and 14. And the last leg 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13. And that will cost you 864 Rand as the last jackpot of the afternoon. Race 6 is for Racing Thanks and appreciates Bar and Boetis Racing. It's a handicap over 1,600 metres. The market has got this horse as favourite here. I'll tell you who it is. Celestial City 9 to 2. Open race, almost 5 to 1 in the field. 10 Royal Guide impressed me when I saw that horse win last time out, 9 to 2. But has stepped into quite a challenging event where there are far more experienced horses and they know what it's all about, Daryl. So I guess for me, Royal Guide, but and I'd like to see the progression that he makes very quickly because I think he's that type of horse. But he's taking on a few that can run.
I think that could be his undoing, his inexperience, because he does take on some hard knockers over here, Clyde.
Yeah.
Looking at this horse in a couple of months' time, we're going to say to ourselves, he was rated 74 at one stage, because he's going to end up much better than that. So off his 74, I think 9 to 2 is a very attractive price. So a lot more to offer. You carried on about him in your commentary and your slow-mo.
Yeah, he was very green. Nobody was very green. He didn't know. We had no idea what he was doing. But I just think the more racing and the more he's just going to get better and better, this horse, Royal Guard. So I understand. So these horses are, they can run. They're a couple in here. They know what it's all about. But
okay, well, let's have a look at who
I wouldn't be surprised if Royal Guard blew them away, to be honest. Yes. But then again, if you say one of your hard knockers win it, well, it's just because I'll just put it down to inexperience.
Okay, you've got Celestial City. We all know that he's more than capable and he's still improving. Bob's your uncle's on the upgrade himself. Vitilius. Now, Vitilius, have a look at the weights. I think he's 2 kilograms better off with Celestial City and Bob's your uncle. And last time out, Keegan DeMello got a feel of him. I think Keegan's going to push the button early on him this time around, because he was actually going through the 400. It looked like it was home and hosed. And when Keegan asked him for an effort, he was a little bit one-paced. I think Keegan's going to get stuck into him earlier in the straight. So I'm going Royal Guide in a big way. I think he's better than his 74. Vartelius is my exact horse.
Okay. So there are a couple, but Royal Guide is he's given us the impression that he can be very good. This is therefore what we want to do in this race from a betting perspective, is take the swingers 7 and 10. Race 7 is for Racing Thanks and appreciates Farney Bronkhorst Racing. This handicap at the 90 level. It's over the 1400 metres. On Wednesday, the 7th race betting looked like this. Favourite was number 12, LMB at 7 to 2. Number 2, Wakanda 4 to 1. Number 1, Crimson Princess at 11 to 2. They're betting 7 or 8 to 1 and better about the others. But this is probably one of the most challenging races on the card. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a double figure horse in here that you like? Nice 20 to 1 shot that you might have
I don't
found?
know. Tell me the price on, what's it, number 14? No, 13. I Am Regal.
I Am Regal's 20 to 1.
Well, there's my 20 to 1 shots.
Okay.
Clyde, this horse changed yards. I watched her debut for a new yard. I thought it was very, very encouraging. She was up the inside over 1,000 meters on the Vaal Classic track. She was doing her best work late. I like the fact that she was running on. Gonna strip fitter. My concern with is it's a week later. So how much really could she have come on since that run? But she's well drawn. She goes the 1400, light mass to shoulder. I think she's the upset potential in the race. LMB last time, if you recall, I actually labelled her.
Yes.
Going through the 400, I said it was pay Batal.
Yeah.
Very disappointing in that she didn't go past Special Charm, but maybe at this stage of her career that she could be better over slightly shorter. She's coming back from a short rest. Lance Michaels silks have been in the winners in closure time and time again recently. Yeah. And she's going to race fresh over the 1400. Another filly that's got a lot more to come. Then you got the hard knockers in Wakanda, course and distance suited. Queen of Smoke got a little bit off boil recently. She was very consistent a few months back. 1 or 2 below par runs, but on her day we know that she's capable. She just needs to break on term. So those are my 4 leading lights of it doesn't stop.
No,
there.
It doesn't
You can
stop
see
there.
my perms, yeah.
Doesn't stop there. Even got a guy like Bling Kamala, who's riding for St. John Grey at any price, early late. Who knows? Form's deadly, although it did run far back, but put a line through it. Who knows? It's that kind of race. Anything can win. Here we go. What we're doing in this event, we're taking 2, 3, 12, and 13 in terms of swingers, boxing those 4. But if they miss the board, all of them, to be honest, wouldn't surprise us. And we round up the day with a handicap for fillies and mares at the 71 level, and it's an open race. There are a whole lot of horses that are running here. There's 16 of them on Wednesday that were lining up. Not sure there'll be any changes to race time, but have a closer look. Market-wise, well, you close your eyes and write up any horse you want, really. They've got 5 to 1 the field, and, well, at the moment, 2 Bathroom Bliss is top of the boards, ahead of number 4, Island Beauty, who may well be a serious runner, Island Beauty, and number 3, Angel's Wish, is trading at 7s. But a write your own ticket sort of situation, the last. This is probably tough as the last race, or the previous race, Mr. Marie.
Yeah, if you're running into the exotics, you want to have many as possible of your club.
Yeah.
Let's start with a filly like Go Dream Machine. Is she a mare now, Clyde?
Is Go Dream Machine a mare now?
No, she's still a 4-year-old filly.
4-year-old filly. Well,
Keep
there
on
you
saying
go.
this time
Well,
and
she'll
time
be
again.
a mare in a few days.
Follow yards that are in form.
Yes.
David Nevenhazen's yard is certainly
doing very well. Well done, David. Keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up. Now,
Yes.
it is a furlong or 2 short of her best, but she's got no weight to shoulder. Stable's in cracking form, and last time it was in open company. Back against fillies, I'll give her a chance. A big roughie over here, Clyde. Number 8.
Have
all
a party.
the way from the USA.
Oh, all the way from the USA, yeah.
What price?
All the way from the USA. Priced up at, I'll tell you in a moment, 25 to 1.
Yeah. Not disgraced Coming down slightly in the ratings, down in class. Blinkers go on. That could do the trick.
Oh,
Throw
nice
into
horse.
your exotics. Nice little
You might have
trifecta
found a
horse.
bit of a horse there, yes.
Island Beauty. Now, this stable's turned on the Highveld. Brett Crawford, Brett and James. This filly just needs to settle in running. And she's probably going to be the leading light in the filly to beat.
And that stable's also ticking on very nicely.
She just needs to come out soft from a good draw, settle, and get the trip. If she does that, I think she could go very close to winning Clyde. But I'm not going to stand here and say I'm overly bullish with regards to her chances, because I've got several in the pick six in the jackpot. So she's my number one pick. Personally, I'm not gonna. I hope she wins. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got Keegan Demella riding a horse like a place in the sun. So, you know, those are names you've got to watch out for, etc. There are a few. There are a few in here, ladies and gents. The last race, this is what we're doing, the final at Turffontein. And it looks like this. Island Beauty is an each-way selection from Daryl's perspective. He's saying in this sort of company at 5-1, it's probably worth having a little bit of a nibble. Yep. That's it from all of us. Thanks so much. We'll be with you again when we have a look at what comes up over the weekend. Stay well.